Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and evening amazing spectacular Propagandacast from your host Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero of psych defender of the fatherland. Bessel's complaining in the background, I apologise. Don't know what he wants. Anyways, we're off here to a 1v1 on Nexus in the east. It is Orangepest fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 7th Panzer shown here with Jaeger Infantry featuring ambush training, Jaeger line upgrades, Jaeger command squads, light artillery barrages, and the Stuart close air support base in the west. It is Use-m246 fighting for the Red Army here with the Soviet Combined Arms Army, Airborne Troop Tactics, and Soviet Reserve Army. Taking on the role of the 1st Mechanized Corps here with doubling mine and infantry bullets as well. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, these champions. These heroes are the Propagandacast in the business. You too can join them and support the work by pledging on Patreon, or you can donate via PayPal to message me that way. And finally, no comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button to that way keep the YouTube algorithms engaged. So we got a gun at the MD42 side here for Orangepest versus the double conscripts Dominies for Use-m246. Might then indicate he's actually not planning to go for airborne troop tactics or possibly conscript support, but more likely might be aiming for Soviet Combined Arms Army, though, you know, he could still surprise us. Gun the MD42 is heading southwards and centrewards for Orangepest, northwards. Use cutting near dispatch with 2 conscripts being lined up for the southern push, but there you go, caught by the MD42. They're met with a swift hailstorm of lead. And they will have to fall back to punishment to deal with them. There we go, nice little combo there. Very nice little combo there. Second gun is going on there for Orangepest. Pioneers can spot for the MD42, then the MD42 can suppress the target, then the Pioneers come in to clear us up close to deal with them by dealing more damage. So, nice little tag team there. Sandbags up there, machine repositioning. 3rd conscript there for Use-m246. 2nd gun is ready there for Orangepest. And the south there goes grab the sun the victory point. We've got a deep flank here for Use-m246 though. Thumbs up to that. Always important to maneuver. There we go. Conscript trained line of how they're going to do. Shots being fired here, back and forth. Send secured here by the glorious soldiers of Deutschland, about to encounter the heroic infantrymen of the Red Army. MD gun is falling back here. Pioneers, MD42, they're setting up contrast trade to MD42 there, but there you go, man, to get past the aircraft fire here, leaving Orangepest heavy machine gun team in a pretty uncomfortable position. Goes going to force retreat, MD engineer soldier joining in it, and there you go, retreat before it automatically sets up again. Conscript arriving here in the south, the conscript Munich steadily approaching as Orangepest is slightly losing control of the center here to use M246 the Red Army. Now they're going to escort there. Imagine News is going for medics now. Yes, indeed. Do get the medics there. So they're just holding up here in the 74 moving back into the base. No tech yet for Orangepest. Could go for it now, but of course he might be planning more Grenadiers here. He's already got Jaeger Infantry, so could be planning like 4 Grenadiers with D43s on top of the Jaeger command squad maybe. Some players like to do that. The centre north end before trying to do with engineers as they tried to outmaneuver Orangepest in the south there, and steadily advancing. He could also be planning like triple gunneries, double MD42s, or a sniper or mortar here. So obviously a few combinations of Orangepest to choose versus use M246. He's charging at the counter there, quickly dropping Dimitri Dret like dead like a sack of potatoes from the 5th storage of a potato storage warehouse. MD42 engineers there, almost got the munitions point there for Deutschland. Use so far trying to weave his way around to Orangepest forces. So far, oh, we do get the tech there for Orangepest, so guess the tech was just an accident delay. We do get a 4th conscript now for Use-m246, so he might have initially planned, you know, triple conscript engineers, but I guess something happened there within the mind of Use that decided he did need more conscripts. So again, likely how they airborne troop tactics now, also to reserve army, that way, you know, being able to upgrade all those infantrymen with some very nice weapons. Isn't that right, Basil? He's just trying to look stoic now. Machine aggressively pursuing the fuel point there, catching here, uses conscripts there with a burst of lead. And he's looking at the south. Immediately like to make a nice company here, could of course go for some Panzer Grenadier. But more likely he wants that Jaeger command squad. He uses the Grenadiers in the south. Machine guns falling back here further. Orangepest, they're definitely using it actively, so 2 thumbs up. They're always important to, as the Wehrmacht, to use your machine gun actively. Particularly on 1v1s. passive machine gun play there can easily be punished, but also just means like you got 260 manpower, 240, not really doing much, which is not something you want to do as the Wehrmacht, in particular as the early game. Unless as opponent's really pushing against, in which case you can do the machine gun there, but otherwise you typically want your machine gun to like you help decide engagements early on. Armored car halfway down there for Orangepest, meanwhile use this sweeping across most of the map, the ground points here and there. Ambush camouflage, thumbs up the Orangepest, very good upgrade to have there. Some players do tend to neglect it, but it can be quite good. It's also my personal favourite way of countering snipers. Bait them into an ambush machine, you should wait them to leap into it and just kill them with a single burst. If you can sort of set up to the right angle. That's very fun. But there you go, armored car, the 202, well, 222. There we go, charging out those unfortunate Soviet infantrymen, pioneers around from the other side, no upgrades yet. Machine they're hiding out here by the railway line, apparently hiding just behind the railways. But armed coming up, the catching the comps there. So 4 contra doubling units, no tech yet here for Use-m246, nor a doctrine. Although we do get the upgrades there, go anti-tanking it off the armored car, damaging the aim. But right now, most of the map here is very much Soviet. Pack 44 Orangepest, he's obviously concerned about Use-m246 hitting him either with a fast anti-aircraft half-tech or a T-70. Obviously, both are quite valid concerns though so far. Use is not making much of an overt maneuver towards either of those two elements. Northern field put their claim here by the Germans. That is a very much tenuous proposition at the moment. The machine gun around there should perhaps up a bit. In the south, we got a big push with the Grenadiers. We got a consequent heavy cover. We got mines down there for Use-m246. Thumbs up. And the armored car plus pioneers being rushed northwards here. Orangepest committing as many men as you can, sort of immediately attached to it to defend the northern fuel pod here from Use-m246's Marxist advances. Back at base here for Use-m246. Consequent healing up. Reinforcements moving out. Up north here, fighting continues. Armored car, MD through the blast at the building. Walls slowly crumbling in there as the heavy fire there slightly deteriorates the situation. The support company finding up there for Use-m246 in the south. Orangepest Grenadiers are charging forwards. Do you have any upgrades there for them? And the answer to that is 9. He can call on the Jaeger command squad now, getting, there we go, a 5-man squad with 3G for the fleas. Always good, isn't that right, Basil? Yeah, Basil agrees. Armored car falling back, pack falling up here for Orangepest. But if we're upgrading on those Grenadiers, we do get one Grenadier coping with the Gewehr 43. The squad sent packing, center of export secured here by Orangepest, Raid, Pioneers, Northern Fuel Point reclaimed here for Deutschland. And there you go, Grenadiers here, commands going southwest there with a lot of their G-foot fleets. Meanwhile, Use-m246 engineers how to work with that tempting command. Work harder, you lazy bastards! I can't help but find that demotivating, Mr. Sergeant. Well, if you don't, shut up, I'll demotivate you harder with the back end of my hand. Oh, okay, I suddenly feel a lot more motivated. Half-track on the way there, fusing, because there we go. We do get airborne troops, and we do get the first weapon drop there. So an anti-aircraft half-track. A lot of SVT-40s, and who knows what else we might be planned here by Use-m246. Possibly guards airborne. Hey, machine gun though seems very likely. But there you go, M5 half-track out. Upgrade to court mount. I mean, you could just use the regular version, you know. But, you know, court mount, of course, packs a punch and is very swift. So it's obviously fairly popular with the search. Or at least getting more popular as people realizing, hang on, this is also good. Besides just the T-70. And these are the units on the northern field point there. Once more, Orangepest is down to establish better control of the fuel points. But again, the half-track here might throw a wrench or two into Orangepest works. Another machine here for Orangepest in the German army. And there go court mount with this 450 cup heavy machine guns. They're tearing into the Grenadiers at a fair range. Armored coming in as well. They come there, finding their sandbags ruined right before their eyes, turning to dust. And then the ME-42 arrives as well to further cause a complete mess for their conscripts and then packing. Heavy machine there being airdropped here for Use-m246 in the Red Army. The first mechanized corps Grenadiers getting the contra there with the Gewehr 43. Which is a fun fact, used the same firing mechanism as the SVT-40 because the Germans had a bit of a hard time with that, so they just straight up copied it. Half to go to the Grenadiers in the center. In the south, Jaeger command squad using the sprint ability, thumbs up. Bit of an overlooked ability there as well amongst German players. Sprint can be quite handy, in particular in units for like, you know, G-footed face, but also Panzer Grenadiers. If you're playing encirclement, Stormtrooper sprint is also very nice. North are trying to claim northern fuel point once more. In the south here we got Use-m246 on the warpath with a half-track, you know, not quite charging in there, which is very sensible, but, you know, pointing the way forwards. So there you go, some SPT-40s ready here. The Sodan was actually planning to have all the men equipped with the SPT-40, but the war began before they actually could get that project done. So it's like, you know, more like, you know, a case of some units had them and some did not. For example, in the fighting in Sevastopol, a lot of the Third Naval Infantry there, for example, were equipped with SPT-40 semi-automatics. Meanwhile, usually going for a mortar. That is an excellent addition here. Thumbs up. Grenade off, but that is dodged, and the half-track there pretty much deals with them. But there you go. Pack 40 gets a great hit on the M5 half-track, punches straight through the side armor. Not that there's much armor there, if anything. Armored car catching the contract out in the open. The south east, Grenadier slowly pushing forwards, backed up with the M4 now, and the Pack 40 of course remains from the serve as always. There we go. Yuri drops dead. Up north there, point being claimed here for Deutschland. I mean, at this point, you just could either like try and swing northwards to catch Orangepest off guard. You could try and swing through the center and up behind Orangepest forces here. Or you could, of course, just keep a checking hand on. You could even like go for a southern deep flank, but just presenting targeted, a lot of use Orangepest stuff head on, I think, is less efficient there for use. And of course, you should consider, Orangepest should also consider more maneuvering here against use and response. We do get some tech there, very good. Thumbs up to Orangepest, not slowing down there for the Panzers. Slowing down the Panzers. Armor comes the conscripts, more weapons being dropped here for Use-m246 and the Red Army. We'll consider some guards airborne, maybe some PPSH-41 submachine guns. Just catching them, MU-42 there, pushing it back. Field gun way here for Use-m246. This is 3 divisional field gun. Northern machine remains in position, so worth noting there, of course, he has then another machine supports troops, so that's definitely one way to do it. Also, typically hard recommend it. If you do want to park a machine gun in one place, get another machine gun to still use actively. Like, don't just have one machine gun and then park it in one place. That's inefficient. But you can leave like one machine gun to like defend it. Though, of course, long term, at that stage, you maybe just want to consider machine gun bunker, if anything. So we got the mortar out there. Field gun ready as well here for Use-m246 and the Red Army. Yeah, command squad. As soon as they got the ambush, they proceed to hit a mine. North, the armored car charging the knees, pushing them back, but the fuel point had once more been rendered neutral, denying Orangepest precious fuel, but at the same time not helping Use catch up in terms of fuel by a lot either. He's definitely a bit behind there. Of course, having the half-track does help slightly offset that, since that is 40 fuel less spent on light vehicles. We'll have to see, of course, when he can begin pushing for more medium armor here versus Orangepest. Orangepest at this stage, though, probably could get away with rushing on Ostwind if he felt like it. Grenadier squad catching the mortar out, and they'll be able to get ambushing for them. 2 thumbs there to Orangepest. Very nice to see that one. Generally, most units that can be upgraded with ambush training and ambush camouflage benefit from it. Though, particularly when it comes to the Grenadiers, you typically want them upgraded. Like with G43s of the light machine gun, they really benefit from there. But even unupgraded, they're not like completely without, you know, benefit there. Yes, Basil. Ambush camouflage is great.
We are losing a sector.
Northern pontoon seats for the conscripts. Yes, Basil. It would be nice if people donated more. Yes, Basil. It would be nice if you could maybe not block the screen there with your very large kitty body. Sandbags up on the northern fuel points on this are claimed as well there by Use-m246 and the Red Army, looking to cut off Orangepest fuel flow. Could become slightly dangerous with Orangepest, of course he is pushing for armor, and Light's just going to go for the Panther 4, which you know is fine. Yes, Basil. Panther 4s are in fact fine, but he could try for an Ostwind, as you mentioned, under these circumstances. In the south here, country being held up, and units moving in, then we got the Grenadier Command's got Tiger flank through the south here, Panther 4 slowly on the way here for Orangepest. In the center, machine holding up here. Grenadier squad floating about in the south. The Ishka half taking southwards there. And there you go, Grenadiers immediately losing Friedrich to the 450 caliber the mount on the back of the anti-aircraft tower. In the south here, conscripts holding up, defending the fuel point. But Orangepest, of course, is doing their best to break the cover and the resolve. Still on attack there for Orange, or for Use. Mortar joining in, got a smoking off here, thumbs up. There we go, allowing to push straight for the machine gun there. Orangepest machine crew there perhaps should realise they're in trouble. Hey Jürgen, yeah! That's a very nice fox. That's smoke dome cup. Maybe you should get out of here. Yeah. Panther 4 setting up, pin machine on the way there. Gunneers go charting straight at the conscripts. Intense fun here, and the Gunneers definitely losing out. They're more firing down there further, threatening harm, death, destruction, and a lack of sauerkraut. Panther 4 pushing from the north here, shattering the sandbags. Adding in the pinlight machine there, very good. Fine take there for Use-m246. Thumbs up, comes to their pop thing when the Jaeger commands. We did have to get a smoke grenade off to allow the pack to escape there. Nice maneuver there by Orangepest. Actually should have moved the conscript a bit further. Actually denied him, rendering the point neutral, but because he failed to do so, Orangepest was able to deny the fuel point there briefly for Use-m246. Up north, the point's been claimed here. A lot of back and forth between Use and Orangepest. Mechanized armor company almost done. Pack under the Panther falling south was there. A nice coordinated push here by Orangepest. Shattering walls, utilities, and squirrels, but no Soviet infantrymen. Use-m246 for the T-34-6 and connected soon go for another one once the first one is done. We're starting to build up some armoured advantage here versus Orangepest, at least in terms of sheer numbers. Contra the gun DC, Disco joining as well, there you go. Rudolph drops dead here, and there you go, something explodes randomly. I think there was a mortar hit there. Cis gun there, punches straight for the Panther 4's armor, very good. But now Orangepest is back to good map patrol here versus Use, and Use once more needs to break this. Of course, the T-34 will provide him with some tools for exactly that purpose. Half north it's here for Use, Panther 4 holding back. And second Pioneer's got the Orangepest, always good. So there you go, T-34-6 right here for Use-m246. Telemine down there, but spotted. Though caught, yeah, he moves in the years there. Very good, very good. I was about to say, but not necessarily registered with Use-m246. That's going to push from the north here. Barbed wire up there. Not shabby, not shabby. Armor coming in there. Go get it from the field gun there. Infantry awareness being unleashed here by Orangepest armored car.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And there you go, mortar a bit closer to the front line where things are happening. Very good. In the south, the contract going to leave there off guard. Center claim, but needs some of those field points before Orangepest just drives them beneath tanks. He's going straight for tier 4, probably feeling very confident with the fuel that he has. I mean, he could also just go for more Panther 4s, which I think would be honestly the better and more efficient choice, but that's just me. Contract got the sandbag center almost done there. Sandbag secured there as well. But he really needs to like push for a fuel point soon. And if possible, try to hit the cutoff point for the other one, so that way slow down Orangepest, otherwise rather aggressive fuel advantage. And we got some telemines there. Thumbs up to Orangepest. South fuel upon their claim for Deutschland. Sandbag shattered here by Orangepest Panther 4 crew. Good hit from the field gun though. Punches straight through the 80mm of non-sloped armor. And Carl falling back, Pack 40 shoots, whiffs. And we got a rally point here. Now that's a rare one to see. That is a very rare one. Allows them to reinforce from near Fort Point, plus you can drop in airdrop medical supplies. So this is a really rare ability to use. Most solo players never utilize it. So 2 thumbs up that you use for using it. 2 thumbs up. Said he still needs to get more aggressive. We could consider Katyusha here maybe, but honestly more T-34s I think would also work out nicely. Orangepest with the heavy Panzer core, we'll have to be goes for. But I would expect a Panzer for Sturm Panzer, but Panther's also happening. Oh, grenade there. And a mine goes off there. Troops being suppressed, but the field and crew does get exterminated here, but they're going to use mercilessly coming down. Counter the counterattack, pushing them back. Panther up northy, doing more damage here to Use, and he's backing off of this tank, deciding not to keep up this engagement here, fearing what it may cost him here against Orangepest. But still, resource being floated there. Perhaps he's planning to 5 tank destroy versus Orangepest. Perhaps he's deciding to expect that his opponent may in fact be going for tier 4 already. And there we go, medical supplies being dropped here by the rally point. And there you go, Katyusha rocket launcher for Use-m246, a bit of rocket artillery, giving a total of 2 artillery pieces versus Orangepest. South side starting to see some action again here. As for what Orangepest is planning, well, guessing not a Panzerwerfer, so has to be a Sturmpanzer or possibly the Panther, the Panzer Kampfwagen. There you go, we do get the Sturmpanzer. Also known occasionally as the Stupa Brumbar, was actually an Allied designation. But the Germans just called it the Stupa, which is short for Sturmpanzer. Modifying down the guns, moving in under fire from the T-34. And he cancelled the Katyusha, actually, going instead for another field gun. And then goes for the H-25. So he's definitely starting to figure he might be on the receiving end on something a bit more heavily armoured here, and so wants a lot of assets to deal with that. In fact, he cancelled the field gun as well for the H-25 tank destroyer. But he really should try and work hard at some of those fuel points here, because it's giving Orangepest quite a significant fuel advantage, which again, if left going for too long, could be dangerous. Plus there's the issue with victory points, but Orangepest is also starting to steadily gain an advantage. Kind of falling back here, and there you go, Sturmpanzer 4. Ready for Orangepest. Equipped with a 150mm gun, meant for blowing apart fortifications. And the occasional tank if we could hit it. There you go, should fire out. And we got another medical supply drop here for Use-m246. We definitely need to be careful not to get too complacent of us, the Germans. Too relaxed. They should be moving forward here for Orangepest and the German army. Choosing north, but there you go. Pinned down with him for 2-bit field bombarding though. Shells flying through there. Oh, close there, very close. Also flare down there from Use. There we go. Almost got it, almost got it. Orangepest is not paying attention. And down it goes. Machine crew buried, entombed beneath ruins, debris. A novelty coffee marks featuring Trotsky with an ice pick through the skull. James being pushed back with the conscripts. H-5 heading slightly towards the centre here. But Use definitely starting to feel perhaps a bit too passive again. I think part of against the rally point, it seems to have just made him really, really defensive, which is again something you do want to be careful about unless your opponent's really willing to, like, you know, follow your lead and just attack into every gun you got. So I definitely feel like Use needs to get a bit more aggressive versus Orangepest soon here. I mean, he's still bleeding out victory points, which is not great for him, but very good for Orangepest. Good pack 40 hit there, pushing the T-54 down to half health. Artillery strike here on the centre as well, pushing back the field and crew and the other supporting elements nearby. Grab northern points there. Ooh. Field and crew mostly survives, though they're definitely going to need some support. And there you go, Storm Punch going straight for the centre here, going straight for the comps there, firing away. H5 shoots, bounces off the armor up north, Panther moving in there, backed up the pack 40 in case there's some armor nearby, but there isn't. T-54 and H5 could do some repairs here. South side, light defender with only a single ambush machine gun. Pack 40 being hauled out, there we go, counter push back. And oh dear, misclick, or perhaps they just decide to get into cover themselves. Either way, they're not grabbing the northern victory point. That's going to feel bad there for Use. In the centre, we got the conscripts, first the pioneers, and more importantly, the Sturmpanzer. Troops playing up from the north here, flanking the H-5. There you go, Panther fighters turning out in the wrong position. This is horrific for Use, but great for Orangepest. Up north comes the fun grab at the pump, but then to find out from a lot of German infantrymen. And there you go, Sturmpanzer rolling up, piece straight to the bounty units by the rally point here. A golden opportunity, the mortar crew gets exterminated. Completely messy situation for Use-m246 versus Orangepest. Needs to work drastically. I think China's round up north here. Panther 4 moving about here. Mortar destroyed, denying Use an artillery piece here. Good work by Orangepest, thumbs up. Come charging head here, I think trying to clear out pack 40 with Sturmpanzer bombarding. Use continues to sort of be stuck in a bit of a holding position here in some way. Got these almost fixed up. More medical supplies being dropped in there. Issue 5 from the Grenadiers, and they're under 5 from the Grenadiers. It's not that really going to do anything. Issue 5 lands another great hit. They're pushing the Panther down to half from the center. Sturmpanzer again engaging the field gun and taking it off, damaging the engine of the Sturmpanzer. And another hit from the field gun, got it down to less than half health. But the Conscripts they're down to one guy, which is probably at this point fairly deaf. Yeah, the South seems to have been completely forgotten at this point. There you go, Use-m246 for another T-3476. But he does need to get a bit more active and aggressive here. And look to like utilize his elements a bit more adroitly here versus Orangepest. Oh, great hit from the Panther 4 there. Takes out a fat chunk of the Conscripts, leaving them quite spectacularly dead out in the open there. Got his shot at the point here. Run to the T-3476 and the Conscripts there got Molotovs up on them, burning them up here down to just 2 men. 1 man forced to retreat, making a run. They could get a wipe there possibly unless he gets sufficiently lucky, and he does get sufficiently lucky. In the center comes to the Sturmpanzer. Film gets another good hit. There we got Veterans 1, 7 kills. Second T-34 almost done. Nation fire remains very much far behind here. Grab the northern field point. Center victory lost here though. 2 Orangepest moves forward again. There you go. Really should move the tanks right there. Go another hit from the field gun. Conscripts head packing. Of course, they don't have long to go thanks to the rally point, which does mean he's, spending a lot less time, sending troops back from the base. Another Panther for Orangepest. Thumbs up. Looks like he's figuring the Panther's kind of waste of resources, at least not as efficient as it could be, which would be a fairly correct assumption. Heading southwards now. Hughes starting to get more aggressive now. He's rebuilt his forces somewhat here versus Orangepest. He's trying to get a victory point. There you go. T-34 should be able to deal with it. Under fire. Panther 4 being fixed up. Halfway to 52 in the south. Slow approach here from Hughes. Not particularly aggressive for the center victory point as well. And there you go. Northern one was neutral. We got 395 as 109. And there you go. Panther 4 ready here for Orangepest. Controlling out here, and there we go, more medical supplies here for Use-m246. And there you go, big push in the south. He needs armor support to clear out that machine gun fast. He's not charging in there. He must be worried about other armor nearby, or possibly telemarch, but there you go, he pushes forwards there. Panther for the priming in the flank. Yeah, he's gonna landing a nice hit. There you go, machine gun there taking fire from the Panther 4. What we're shooting, Fritz? Well, it's hard to aim. Those Russian tanks, they keep moving. As you found the Jaeger command around the center victory point here in the south. Further finding here. Use again, finally starting to get more aggressive, more bold. Of course, he has to be careful not to get reckless, but at least, he's starting to look to outmaneuver his opponent, trying to catch him off guard. There you go, Jaeger, the gun is actually sprinting away there. Very good, not a full retreat, just to get into better position. So that's very nice to see. North side being claimed up. We got the T-4 wing to possibly put a stop to that. You could maybe consider calling some guards airborne here. Just another T-3476. H-5 firing up on the Sturmpanzer. Another great hit there from the H-5. And there we go, we got the bunker busting barrage. There may be no bunkers to bust, but there's certainly a few sewed infantrymen. There you go, almost got the 222. Pack 40 crews also in trouble. In fact, the Sturmpanzer's also in trouble there. This could quickly get very uncomfortable here for Orangepest. Panther 4 running, H-5 takes a hit there. Bounced. Cons being mauled here out in the open. Need to retreat them. And there goes H-5 shoots again. Misses the Sturmpanzer again. T-4 damage into the Sturmpanzer. This could be a pretty critical moment here. Almost got the Sturmpanzer. One more shot, and it could go down. Pani's rushing forward. There goes Sturmpanzer down to 2 Panther 4s and armored car here. Armored car down as well. The T-3476 racing through here. Situation's collapsing a bit here for Orangepest. Can use further exploit this effectively versus Orangepest. Will he lose momentum here? The T-4 wing is coming up, controlling in there. Dealing with the Pack 40 first. I think that's sense, but there goes second. Pack 40 there was something overlooked, taking out the T-34. Other T-34 knocked out here. Looks like with this Orangepest connected, turn the tide once more. There you go. 2 T-Fit Force kaput, 9 supporting the attack. Half-tech seems to have been effectively forgotten here by use as well. Great for Orangepest, because again, that could have just maybe dived in and using Odron, just quickly hose some of those pack crews out, but forgot about it and failed to, utilize that. So all of a sudden, Orangepest is hitting hard back. There we go. At Use-m246, causing a lot of, destroyed tanks and significant casualties, as suddenly Use's forces starting to get scattered quite significantly, and his lines being stretched thinner by the moment. Almost got the heavy machine gun team there, constantly in trouble. Panther flying away there. Other Panther gained Vetty 2 shots and added. Machine crew there wiped out. A great kill. The Orangepest half-tech now finally arriving on the scene again. They're tearing into the Grenadiers, unleashing a hailstorm of lead on those unfortunate German infantrymen, but could have been out there sooner. At this point, may in fact be a bit too little too late. There we go. Machine up north hitting with the troops there. Honestly, I think should have popped incendiary up on sooner. That would definitely allow him to do a little more damage here and there. Go destroying the heavy machine gun team there. Another single blow there to Use-m246 and the Red Army. Grab the center victim of the Grenadier. Another medical supply drop here for Use-m246. Fix up the issue to fire there with Veteran T2. Next up, Veteran T3. Panther engaging, got a decent shot there. Half tipping forward to see if for there we got the field gun could do with some reinforcements. Almost got the pick forward, but there you go. Nice response by Orangepest. Chucks a smoke grenade over the command squad. Thumbs up from the Propaganda Ministry. Very nice throw there. Also got them to the east level. Claim back the south here for the German army. Another heavy machine being dropped in there for Use-m246. We got 378. Northern point being claimed.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Another smoke grenade there. Fritz Nebelkerzen, my name is not Fritz, it's Helmut.
We may now deploy heavy machine guns, comrade.
After attacking to the Grenadiers. We got 374 versus 78. 25 killed from that 22. Panther Southern point being claimed. Southern point being claimed here. Fresh pressure there. Use-m246 from Orangepest. Got those Panther move there. Engaging. Uses him out in the open. Good hit from the 5 there. Halfway to the ace level. 75 points left though. Things looking very tight here for Use-m246. And he needs to, like, turn the tide with some significant casualties being inflicted on Orangepest, or this could get very, very short. T-Fit folding up here. Sturmpanzer between the Orangepest. Seems like it's all got a battle sort of force there. Idea of 2 Panther forces and a Sturmpanzer, which in terms of force composition I think is fairly solid. So, thumbs up, that's Orangepest. I definitely think that's a way to make use of M-T4, having 2 Panther forces then backed up by Sturmpanzer. Lots of anti-infantry in the ways dealing with the support armor, and of course the Panther force could also deal with the armor. There you go, good hit from the Panther force there. Use forced to abandon his southern push there. Center remains empty as well then, without Morty can't say for some lead on the smokes and they just sneak up on it. At least he's got the northern point, got mines here, plenty from Use-m246, very good. Very good. Sturmpanzer's almost done, more mines here, very good as well, but he does need to make more effort for some of those victory points. And there we go, second Sturmpanzer ready here for Orangepest. Panther on the move here, 7 kills, halfway to between there goes anything, yes, good shot there, half-tech. Pointlessly shooting away at the Panther 4 there, none of the shot taking through the armor. At most it might get a shot that goes through the driver's slit, then gets lucky. Can't be expressed in the sense of push forward, but again without smoke screen, he just has no way to easily do that without like a greater maneuver here. Black Mortar definitely hurting Use-m246 a bit here. 48 points left in with none of the victory points in control. This could quickly spiral out of control. There you go. Mine goes off. Can't take man loss from the Sturmpanzer. On the move here. disconnect of field getting southwards for some reason by the looks of it. Air support called in here, a rocket strafe, but already now we got the storm coming out of the way, dodging the rocket strafe here. Machine gun, actually it ends up being the conscript taking the most damage from that, I think. T for remaining the state, and there you go, aircraft shot down near the building, shattered. Control be wiped up with the Sturmpanzer. We got 2 kills, H5 joining in. There you go. Pentagon going for the flank here, possibly going for the half-deck first, maybe, no? Pentagon south here with the T-34-6. We've got 22 points left here. 19. And none of the victory points are really going Use-m246's way at the moment. Orangepest defends them all stubbornly. 10 points left. 7. Pentagon going for the T-34-6. Almost got it. Film crewed here by Orangepest Grenadiers. 1 point left. And yeah, that's going to be GG here. Victory for Orangepest. And there you go. Game over. A loss for the army. A brutal fight here on Nexus. But in the end, I feel like, again, Use-m246 got a bit too passive at times. See, with that rally point, I mean, I think it's a nice idea there, but I think it caused them just to be too defensive. And he probably should have, placed, I think, perhaps a bit more usefully, and then, use it still, more aggressively. Also, more smoke screen from the mortar, I think, would have been helpful here versus Orangepest. At times, again, he just also got too defensive, too passive, rather than just looking for new angles to attack Orangepest from. That, I think, was all just the major issue. That he just took so many casualties doing some of his attacks without inflicting enough damage, and thus not making enough ground gain. So, those, I think, were also some issues there for Use-m246. Orangepest, of course, they also played quite well and made fairly good use of the Doctrine. So, thumbs up there. In fact, he almost had full doctrinal bingo, short of just one ability. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. This is Pro Linking. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.